Hey, karaoke time, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite albums. And today, I'm going to be doing an album review on the new Meridian Brothers album, Meridian Brothers and El Grupo Renacimiento, which means the Reborn group. So, Colombian salsa outfit Meridian Brothers have returned with a new album. About 2 years ago, they released the album Cumbia Siglo XXI, which is one of the most interesting albums I've heard that year because they basically took the salsa genre and made it super strange and surreal with all this strange, choppy experimentation. So they have returned now with a collab, except this time it's actually not a real collab because apparently El Grupo Renacimiento is a sort of a group of musicians, an outfit, a band in the 70s, but they actually didn't come back together for Meridian Brothers. But on this album, it's called Meridian Brothers and El Grupo Renacimiento, but it's actually more of a spiritual collab, like Meridian Brothers is almost impersonating the band. It's strange, but it isn't a real collab, actually. Anyways, we have, once again, these very strange, surreal, detuned salsa music on this album. I think it is less eccentric as their last album, but still as interesting, if you know what I mean. Especially when it comes to the vocals. I think the vocals is some of the strangest on the album because the frontman of Meridian Brothers sings like he's Kermit the Frog. So obviously, track after track, we are hit with one strange, detuned, sour bit of salsa after another, and very socio-politically conscious as well, because right off the bat the first track is called La Policia, which is about police brutality and police corruption, but it just sounds so sour and cartoony. We get the light shuffly percussion and the plinky pianos, and it's such a strange and odd way to open off the album, and I actually kind of enjoy it because of that. That is followed with Poema del Salsero Resentido with the groovy pianos and keyboards and the expressive vocals as well. Not only that, but this track is also very freaking catchy, and many other tracks are kind of catchy as well, but not in the sense that it's sweet and poppy, but in a sense that it has a sticky refrain, it has hooks in it, and it just somehow holds itself together somehow. The track Metamorphosis sees the band writing techno horror with the main character of the track waking up finding himself to be a robot and the world becoming consumed by technology, and the vocal work on this track feels like it's getting lazier and lazier as it sings along, so that's interesting. And Bomba Atomica is a track about atomic bombs and nuclear weapons with the loose guitars and hand drums. It sort of creates this relaxing but also kind of atmosphere that contrasts the urgency of nuclear weapons. The track Triste Son is of course a sad but also somewhat funny song. It has a sleek kind of humor. The protagonist of this track goes to a date and the girl throws up upon seeing the guy. And even though instrumentally this is one of the tamer tracks on the album, there are a few moments on this track where the frontman of the band like shrieks or something. Like he would let off this raspy, strange shriek, and it's I don't know what to say. It's I appreciate how experimental it is. And we also have the track Hermana Necesito, which is definitely one of the catchier cuts on this album. It's a pretty lovely and warm ballad, but because of the detuned guitars, it just sounds really trippy. Afterwards, we have Descarga Prophetica, which is a relatively drier track with chaotic guitars and dry rhythms. And it's alright. Same goes for the next track, Hypnosis, with the chord changes. It's almost kind of jazzy in a way. And finally, the album ends off on La Mujer Sin Corazón, which means the woman without a heart. And it's apparently a cover song, and it's actually a pretty straightforward track. It doesn't have the eccentricity that Meridian Brothers has on the rest of the album. so it definitely sticks out a little bit, but it's still not a terrible way to end off the album. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't know what's happening to me today. I feel kind of sick. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm giving this album a light 8 out of 10. So if you listen to the new Meridian Brothers album from 1 to 10, just rate it, like and subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.